What's going on YouTube? Cash Productions here, and today I am going to show you guys how to properly synchronize animations into Menyoo. This is basically an updated tutorial as opposed to my tutorial from, I want to say 2 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, it was about like 2 years ago. And so basically everything is still kind of the same, but I'm going to get into more detail in this tutorial. So in order to use animations, you got to actually know what the animations are. And all of these animations are located in Wolf's Discord. So go in Wolf's Discord and download these animations that I've retargeted and also that he's retargeted. And be on the lookout for more animations in the future. Once that's done, you have to understand how synchronizing animation works. Because the synchronized animations contains two animations. It contains an attacker animation, or ATK, and a victim animation. So the attacker is the person that tries to attack the victim. When you pair that together, you get what is called the takedown. So let's go into Menyoo and let's look for a takedown. All right, so open up your menu, press F8 on your keyboard. Go down to Object Spooner, Manage Entity Database. Self is in database. Make sure you're in database. Let's go to Pet Options, Animations, All Animations, Search, and let's search KP_AC, which is Actor-Core. All right. So these are the Reallusion paired fight sequences that I've retargeted months ago. All right, this is low-key my favorite pack. Can't wait to use these in future machinimas. All right, so let's go down. Let's find a cool takedown. Let's see. How about Hammer Fist right here? Let's get these two animations. All right, so as you can see, for these paired animations, they have the same exact animation names. The only difference is one has ATK and one has victim, or attacker and victim. These should always be paired together. All right, if they have the same name but the difference is ATK and victim, they should always be paired together. All right, so let's go ahead and add these to our favorites. Add that one, and then add the victim animation. Add that one. Now let's go back and let's assign these animations to these two peds. So let's start with this guy. We're going to say he's going to be the attacker and the guy in the red is going to be the victim. Okay, so this guy right here is going to be the attacker. So we're going to give him the attacker animation. Click that. Task sequence, inactive. Add new. Go down to the 23rd block. Play animation. All right. Let's go back. Let's test this, see if this actually works. Okay, thank God. Because usually there's a glitch where when you click play animation, the character just stays still and does nothing, and then the duration gets reset to 0. In order to fix that glitch, all you have to do is just duplicate this character and delete the original, and then delete the play animation, and then try it again. All right. So let's go down. Before we pick our animation, let's go down to settings and let's go over to flag and let's switch it over to stay in last frame. All right, and then go back, because we don't want this animation to loop over and over and over again. All right, that's why we're doing that. All right, so now let's go all the way down and let's click this, the ATK animation. All right, let's play it. All right, and he finished him off with a Superman punch. All right. Oh, and another thing, where it says no rag at the end right there, that means no ragdoll. And I retargeted these animations without root motion to avoid any collision. I will get more in depth in that and how to fix that issue later on in this video, but For now, that's the reason why I retargeted these animations this way, because I've been getting a lot of complaints on these animations having collision issues when trying to film a machinima. So I recommend using the no rag versions if you're tired of your pets colliding with each other. All right, I suggest you use the no rag version of animations for grappling type animations or any form of close combat animations. All right, so let's go back, go all the way back. Let's select this guy, make sure he gets an animation. Go to task sequence, add new, go down, play animation, test it out. Okay, thank God it works. Play animation, settings, stay in last frame, and he gets the victim. All right, play it out. See how he stays on the floor? That's why we picked to stay in last frame, because we don't want it to loop over and over and over. It's going to look silly, especially if you're trying to follow up with more attacks on a different victim. That's why. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back, go all the way back. Now let's go down to where it says edit multiple entities simultaneously. Let's go down to that. Select entities. Now click both of these peds. Check mark him, then go back. This will pop up. And what it's going to do, it's going to give you the options to move these peds around, start these task sequences and stop them, copy them, all that stuff. Start task sequences. This is what synchronizes your animations. All right. So if we click start, they'll play at the same time. But as you can see, our positionings are off. So you could alternate between the two. You can move the attacker forward, or you can move the victim forward, whichever works for you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna walk up towards him. I would say this is a fair amount of distance right here. You don't want to be too close, you don't want to be too far, you want to be just right. All right, now let's do it again. All right, that looks good. Looks good. You know what? Let's do a rear animation. Now, rear animations require the attacker to be behind the victim. Okay, so let's go to manage entity database, self-assign database, pet options, animations, all animations. Let's type in wolf fire or W fire. Enter. Let's go to his Jeet Kondo retargeted set. Go to that. Shout out to Wolf, by the way. Hope you're having a good day. Let's go to rear attack. All right, number 1. Click that. Then go to 01 victim. Click that. Now make sure you read these and don't get these mixed up with other ones. All right, it's always important, because remember what I said earlier. They have the same exact animation name, but the only difference is the attack and the victim. All right, so let's go all the way back and let's assign these animations to these characters. All right, play animation. Go to that, check mark that, and go to this guy, play animation, check mark that. All right, now have the attacker go behind this guy, have the attacker go behind the victim. Make sure the positioning is right. Go back, edit multiple entities simultaneously. Check, make sure these guys are check marked. Go down, start task sequences. Boom, there's your rear animation. Collision issues. Let's talk about it. I've been getting some complaints here and there that pertain to some of the root motion animations resulting in both PEDs colliding with each other, creating interrupted animations in sequences. Okay, so that's not good. That's also a problem that I tend to have as well, but I found a solution to that. All right, so let's go ahead and put this takedown to the test. Let's go to Menyoo, Object Spooner, Manage Entity Database, Self-Design Database, Paired Options, Animations, All Animations, Search, Hand to Hand, underscore hand, Boring Neptunes pack. Let's go down, hand finishers. Let's go to ATC finisher 4, add that to favorites. VIC finisher 4, add that to favorites. ATC is attacker and VIC is victim. All right, so the same process goes for these as well. All right, so let's go all the way back and let's assign the attacker his animation. Go to play animation, go down. I already have that, so check mark that. Go to him, play animation, victim. All right, so let's go to edit multiple entities simultaneously, and I'll just start task sequence and let's perform this animation. And as you can see, that looks stupid. That looks stupid. He clearly didn't go over the attacker. He's supposed to go over the attacker, but instead he just ricocheted off his body. That looks stupid. All right, we don't want that. All right, that's been a common issue with the grappling animations, but there is a solution to that. So let's go back, and what we can do is let's position this actor first. Let's position the attacker. I think this is this may be a sweet spot, like right here. Yep, I think that's good. Let's go back, manage entity database. All right, freeze him in place, frozen in place. Check that to green. Collision, red. Turn it off. All right. Same for this guy. Frozen in place. Green, collision, off. All right. So now, if we try to play it, oh, what the heck? Oh, they're still stuck in place. What are you doing? That didn't work. I'm not finished. All right, so let's go back. Self, entity database, task sequence, play animation. Let's go to settings. Let's edit this animation, okay? So instead of staying last frame, scroll all the way to the right until you see, don't mind my nephew in the background, he's playing the game. Let's go to disable root motion, stay in last frame. All right. What this does is this allows the character to move freely with root motion, but it says disable root motion. And while we're stuck in place and we turn collision off, they won't be able to bump into each other. All right. So this allows the characters to move freely. All right. So we assign that to the attacker. Now let's assign the same setting to the victim. Let's go back. Let's go to the victim, play animation, go to settings, all the way to the right to disable root motion, stay at last frame. All right. Now let's play the animation now. And boom, there you go. As if you got root motion, you're still, that's basically no rag, but you know, this can go for any takedown that has root motion that causes a lot of collision issues. So apply that to every single one of those animations if you want to. And if you want to make your fight scenes look perfect, or you want to make your takedowns look perfect, you don't want your characters colliding with each other anymore, that's exactly what you would do. You freeze these actors in place and you turn collision off. All right. The reason why you freeze the actors in place, if you don't freeze them and you turn collision off, your character just falls through the map like this. Like this is what happens. You unfreeze them, your character falls through the map. You don't want that to happen. Yeah. So That's why you do that. All right. And that's about it, guys. Remember, the attacker has to be behind the victim if it's a rear takedown, okay? The attacker must be in front of the victim if it's not rear, okay? I hope this tutorial helped you guys, and good luck in your video making. Hopefully I saved you guys a lot of time and frustration when it comes to making these videos. All right, I hope you guys have a good day.